there everybody, and welcome back to the Blossom Crochet channel. In this tutorial I will be showing you how to crochet this beautiful interlocking moss stitch, whatever you'd like to call it. It's a very simple 2-row pattern repeat, so once you get going it's a nice simple one to do just while you're watching telly or whatever. I'd definitely say it's suitable for beginners so long as you've got your basic stitches down. You may just want to grab a stitch marker so that you can make sure that your ends stay nice and straight. But yeah, you can change colour every row, every other row, you can use one continuous colour, it is completely up to you. But we're just going to jump straight in with this beautiful, definitely beginner suitable stitch. It would make absolutely amazing blankets because it is completely reversible, as you can see. It's exactly the same on both sides. And it works up really quickly. I'm using an Aran weight yarn, but this would be beautiful in absolutely any weight of yarn. So like with any kind of moss stitch, you want to go up at least a half hook size, potentially even a full hook size, just so that your project has a little bit of give to it. Obviously if you're making something like placemats then it won't matter, but if you're using this for a blanket or a scarf then you'll definitely want to just go up a little bit. So you'll be starting with your slip knot on your hook, and you just want to do a foundation chain in an even number. So whatever width you want your project to be, just make sure it's an even number. So yarn over, pull through, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you just chain your desired width. Once you've got your desired width, we're just going to work all the way back along this foundation chain, and we're going to be doing UK double crochets. However, if you're used to US terms, these will be your single crochets. So into the second chain back, you'll start there. So that's 1, and this is our second, and you'll insert your hook, yarn over and pull up, yarn over and pull through both loops. And then into the next chain, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and you'll just do 1 UK double or US single into every single chain all the way along. So you've literally got your row of UK doubles now, and we're going to start our next row. So you can either chain 2 and turn, or you can do what I'm going to do, which is to turn my work, and then I'm going to work straight into this first stitch here. I'm going to insert my hook, going through the whole of the stitch. I'm going to yarn over and pull up, and then yarn over, pull through both, and then I'm going to go behind the post of that stitch, yarn over and pull up again, and yarn over, pull through both. So that is going to count as our first UK treble for this row. So obviously in the US that would be considered your double, and we're going to be working UK trebles or US doubles on this row. So we've got our first stitch done, and then we want to do another UK treble into the next stitch. So yarn over, insert, always going through the whole of the stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So there now we have got 2 UK trebles. We then want to chain 1, and this is where we start building that moss style pattern, with our stitch and then a chain, a stitch and then a chain. But we're going to be using trebles rather than the normal doubles that we would use for a moss stitch. So we've done a chain 1, we're going to skip the next chain, and then we're going to do UK treble into the next. Chain 1, skip 1, treble in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, and treble. And you're going to work that along your row, but you're going to stop as you get towards the end because the last couple of stitches will be different. So as you get towards the end of the row, when you have got 3 stitches left, you want to do your treble, chain 1, and then you're going to skip 1, and then you're going to put a UK treble into each of the last 2 stitches, just to mirror what we have got at the start of the row. So you're not going to chain 1 in between, you're just going to do a UK treble into each of those final 2 stitches. and that is how you should be looking. Now I'm going to be doing 2 rows of each colour, so I'm going to be stopping with this colour now. I'm actually going to do my colour change. So I will leave a link in the description to show how I change colours if you need a slowed down demonstration. So if you're carrying on with the same colour yarn, then obviously you will just join me at this point here where I have done a chain 1 to secure my yarn, but then I'm going to turn my work and I'm going to work straight into this first stitch, and I'm going to yarn over, insert through that stitch, yarn over and pull up, and we're going to yarn over, pull through all 3 of those loops to form a half treble or a half double in US. We're then going to chain 1 and we're going to skip this next stitch, and this is where we start building our extended stitches. So we are going to yarn over and we're going to work down into, we're going to go all the way down into this stitch down here. So yarn over, insert through that stitch, and you're going to go all the way through round the back, and you're going to yarn over and pull up. But you don't want to have this tight, because if you keep this tight like this, your work will pinch up. So you want to pull that nice and tall, and then do your double, and then you're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you're going to complete your UK treble as normal, but you're going to extend it down into that row. You'll then chain 1 and you'll skip the next stitch, and then you will work again UK treble into that stitch down there. So yarn over all the way down into that row, all the way through, yarn over and pull up tall, and then complete your treble. Chain 1 and again skip the next stitch, and you're going to work down, treble and pull up tall, and you'll repeat that, and then I will meet you as you get towards the end of your row in just a second. So I've done a treble, a chain 1, and then you can see I've got 1 clear stitch to work into under this gap. So I will work my stitch as normal, and then I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to skip the top, because we've got 2 trebles next to each other, so I'm going to skip the top of the first one, and then I'm going to work through the top of the final stitch with a UK half treble. So yarn over, insert through that last stitch, yarn over and pull up, and yarn over, pull through all 3 of those loops, and that is how we should look. And like I say, I'm changing colour every 2 rows, so I'm going to start our next row. Again, you can either chain 2 and turn, or you can turn and then straight into the top of this first stitch, just where we've just finished. I'm going to do a half treble height stitch. So to do that, I'm going to yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through both, and then through the post, yarn over and pull up, and yarn over, pull through both, because they're sort of interchangeable for a half treble and a treble. And then straight away we're going to be working down into this space underneath that chain 1, and we're going to work through the whole of that stitch that we've got here, the top of this stitch. You will straight away work through there. Again, always pulling up nice and tall, chain 1, skip the next stitch, and work through the top of that treble. And then chain 1. So because I'm changing colour every 2 rows, it's going to be easy for me to keep track of my pattern repeat, because the row we just did was the row 1 of the pattern repeat, and this is row 2 of the pattern repeat. So then I know when I change colours at the end of this row, I'm switching back to row 1. So we're going to repeat that pattern all the way across until you get towards the end of the row, which is where I will meet you in just a second. So I'm getting towards the end. You can see I've got 1 final chain 1 space to work in between that treble and half treble. So I'm going to work into the top of that stitch down here as normal. And And then we're not going to do a chain one, we're just going to work straight into the top of that stitch, and we're going to do our final half treble of this row. But I'm changing colours again here, and then again I'm ready to start my row one. So I will work my half treble, or you can work that whichever way you like. We'll start with your half treble, chain one, and then you're going to skip that next stitch and you're going to start down here. And again, always make sure you're going through the whole of the stitch and pulling up nice and tall. Chain one, skip the next and work down. And you're going to repeat those 2 rows until your project is the length that you want it to be. And once it is, make sure that you come back so that I can show you how to finish off the last row to eliminate all of the little gaps, these chain one gaps. So I'll meet you there when you're ready. So I've worked up a few more rows for you to see there, and we're now going to finish off our final row just so that I can show you how to get rid of the gaps. Now, I always suggest finishing on a row 2 because you're already closing off this first gap straight away, whereas if you try and finish on a row 1, you've got a chain which is quite difficult to fill in. So we're going to start on a row 2 to finish off. So you'll start the same way as always with your half treble into the first stitch, followed by your treble down. And so instead of chaining like we normally would, we're going to be working into the top of these extended trebles. So you're going to put a UK double or US single into that stitch and then work your stitch as normal. Instead of chaining 1, you're going to work a UK double into that stitch and then a treble and then a double. And again, you'll work that all the way along, and I will meet you towards the end in a second. As we're getting towards the end, and then I've got my double to do into the top of that stitch. I'm going to work my final treble down, and then just to mirror what we had at the start, I'm going to finish with a half treble as normal into that very final stitch. And you can see that has just straightened off that top edge and gotten rid of all of those gaps. So now you're ready to start working up whatever border you want to for your project. But that is it for this tutorial. I really do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do remember to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment to let me know what you think. But I will see you for another tutorial really soon. But thank you as always for watching, and bye for now.